Welcome to Maths. It is Wednesday today. Can you check you've got your maths book, a sharp pencil and your ruler with you? I'd like you to jot the date and LO down and underline it with a ruler. And then you've got a little activity to get your brains warmed up. Pause the video and do that now. Okay, today we're finding, let's do the answers. Here we go, counting in fours, really nice and easy. And then 3 add 3 is 6. That's like saying 2 times 3. 3 add 3 add 3 is 9. That's like saying 3 times 3. And 3 add 3 add 3 add 3 is 12. That's like saying 4 times 3. Tick those if you got those correct today. Okay, today we're looking at how many ways. So we're looking at lots of different combinations and making sure that we've got every single combination possible. So just have a listen to this question. I'm going to work it out for you. The children were dressing the snowman. They have 3 hats and 2 scarves to choose from. And we're going to be using the colours of these hats and scarves to help us find the different combinations. So I'm going to do this in a really particular way, which is going to help me make sure I found all the combinations possible. And that's going to be really important in today's lesson. So I'm going to start by looking at the blue hat. Now, I know if the children chose the blue hat, they could have chosen the green scarf with the blue hat. Or they could have chosen the blue scarf with the blue hat, couldn't they? And I know that because there are no more scarves, that is the only 2 combinations there is with the blue hat. So now I'm going to move on to the green hat. They might have chosen the green hat, mightn't they? So they could have chosen the green hat with the green scarf, or the green hat with the blue scarf. Again, because there are no other ways there, I'm going to move on to the pink hat now. They could have chosen the pink hat with the blue scarf, or the pink hat with the green scarf. Now, because I've done it in that very special way, I know that there are no other possible combinations. I've found them all. And I can see from my table here, look, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different combinations. If you have a look at them, they're all different. We could also say that's a bit like there are 2 ways with the blue hat, there were 2 ways with the green hat, and there were 2 ways with the pink hat. So we could say 2, add 2, add 2, total 6 different combinations. We could also say that's 3 groups of 2. There are 3 groups and there are 2 ways in each of those different choices, 6 combinations in total. Okay, this time is your turn. Let me explain what you have to do first though. What if they had 4 hats and 3 scarves to choose from? So in exactly the same way as I've just shown you, choose a hat first and then do all the combinations with the first hat before moving on to the next coloured hat. So you've got a blue hat, a green hat, a pink hat and a grey hat. If I was you, I would write down hat and scarf in your maths book. I'd draw a line going down the middle with your ruler and a line going across, and list all the possible combinations, a bit like we just did before. And when you've done that part, have a little go at thinking about a repeated addition number sentence and a multiplication number sentence to show what you've just done. Okay, pause the video and do that now. Okay, well done. Let's have a look at what you should have got. You might have had them in a different order, but I think this order that I'm about to show you is probably the best one. So here we go. the children could have chosen a blue hat with a green scarf, or the blue hat with a blue scarf, or the blue hat with the yellow scarf. You might have thought that was an orange colour, that doesn't matter. There are no more possible combinations with that blue hat, are there? So then I would have looked to the green hat next. The green hat could have been with the green scarf, or the blue scarf, or the yellow scarf. Then I would have looked at the pink hat. The pink hat could have gone with the green scarf, the blue scarf, or the yellow scarf. You might notice a bit of a pattern happening here in these combinations with the way I'm doing it. And then when I've looked at the grey hat, they could have chosen the grey hat with the green scarf, the grey hat with the blue, or the grey hat with the yellow. And because I've done it in that very special way, I know that there are no other combinations. I've got all of them here. So we could have said, that's a bit like saying 3, add 3, add 3, add 3. There are 3 different combinations with the blue hat, 3 different combinations with the green, 3 with the pink, and 3 with the grey. That totals 12 different combinations, doesn't it? And we could have said that that's the same as we're saying 4 groups of 3. That totals 12. Okay, let's have a look at another example. So pencils down, listening ears. Whitney is choosing a piece of fruit and a drink. How many possible combinations are there? So she's got 2 choices of drink and she's got 4 choices of fruit. I'm just going to cover this over for a moment while we have a think about it first. So let's say, for example, she wanted to choose the milk. With her milk, she could have chosen a banana, she could have chosen the apple, she could have chosen the pear, or she could have chosen the orange. So that was 4 combinations she could have chosen just by having the milk and one other piece of fruit. Now let's say, for example, she didn't choose the milk and she chose the fruit juice. She could have had the fruit juice with a banana, she could have chosen the fruit juice with an apple, or the fruit juice with a pear, or the fruit juice with the orange. That's another 4 different combinations she could have chosen. So we could say 4 combinations with the milk, add the 4 combinations with the fruit juice, that totals 8 different combinations that she's got the choice of. We could also say that's like 2 times 4 is 8. You might notice, if you count how many drinks there are and how many pieces of fruit there are, you might notice something there. There are 8 possible combinations. Okay, let's have a look at one more example. This one's a little bit more tricky, so I want you listening really carefully. Dexter is choosing an ice cream. He chooses 1 flavour of ice cream and 1 sauce. There are 8 different ice cream flavours. The question is, how many different sauces are there? And we don't know that at the moment, but Dexter's given us a clue. He's saying there are 24 different possible combinations. So we know how many there are in total this time. We've actually got here a bit of a missing number problem, haven't we? Because we want to find out not how many different possible combinations there are, we've got that information, we want to find out how many sauces there were. So we could put this into a number sentence that's got a number missing. 8 times something is 24. He's got 8 different ice creams to choose from. We don't know how many sauces, but we know there are 24 combinations. Let's use our 8 times table to help us with this. Well, let's say, for example, there was 1 sauce to choose from. 8 times 1 would be 8. That would only be 8 combinations, wouldn't there, if there was one source to choose from. What about if there were 2 sources to choose from? Well, 8 times 2 would be 16. Not quite. We want 24 combinations, don't we? Let's try 3 sources. Here we go. If he had 8 different types of ice cream and 3 different sources to choose from, there would be 24 different combinations in total. Therefore, the answer is 3. There are 3 different sources he could choose from. We could also show that a bit like this. 8 combinations with 1 source. There would be another 8 combinations if there were 2 sources. There would be another 8 combinations if he had 3 sources. So that's 24 different combinations in total. Okay, now it's your turn. Remember, you can rewind the video at any point to hear how to do these questions again. Okay, so now it's your turn. Here's your activity. Pause the video after each slide. And remember, if you're really flying through those and you're finding them really easy, do the extension at the end, because that's why I put it on there. With the first question here, rather than write all the colours out, because that's going to take you quite a long time, you could just write the letters or the numbers to help you, okay? And I would write mittens and scarf in your book, a bit like what we've just done for the other question, okay? So off we go then. Well done. And now let's have some answers. Get your nice sharp pencil ready or your pen to mark. Excellent. Well done, everyone. I will see you next time.